right, Pisces, let's get into a reading. I'm going to see what's coming in for the single Pisces. It's interesting. I've been trying to get this to light for a minute. So some of you could be feeling kind of maybe I feel like you could be feeling lack of passion, lack of desire. Some of you could be in a hermit mode. Some of you could not be dating, keeping to yourself, feeling like you can't get that spark back. That could be the desire to date. Some of you might not even have the desire to want to be around people. Oh, but baby, once it starts, it's going to start. Do we see how this thing's out of control? Oh, my Lanta. So I feel like that taking place is telling me, Pisces, don't be too hard on yourself around the fact that maybe you don't feel the desire to go out right now and date or get to know people. There is a reason you feel the way that you feel. And it's an energy of like, once you get back out there, honey, there's going to be no stopping you. You're going to be oozing desire and passion. For some of you, unhealed wounds could be actually blocking you from love. That could be something that you're awakening to. Some of you could have thought that you've healed. Guess what? We got to heal more. Some of you could have thought, okay, well, I don't pick the same people. And you could have recognized, no, I pick the same people. They're just a little more subtle than what they used to be. There could be someone here that's kind of obsessed with you, that is married. They're in a relationship. They're obsessed with you. Spirit's asking you, does that align with what you believe is true for you? If there is someone that's already connected to another person and they're crazy about you, but they're not willing to make changes in their life, what do you think that's going to get you? And what benefit do you think that person's bringing into your life? Because I would say that that's only going to bring drama and chaos. Spirit could be saying that as well, okay? They are telling me it's going to be a moment before a soulmate comes in. There could also be someone that you've had a passionate relationship with in your past that could be thinking about you and could be thinking about coming back towards you. I definitely feel like there's a lot of people thinking about you, but not a lot of people taking action towards you right now. And again, some people could be picking up on this hermit mode. You just kind of feeling like it ain't it. It ain't the time. Some of you are not wanting to mingle. What was your recent lesson in love? You can't force anything. Your recent lesson in love could have been that you needed to have a boundary, or that you needed to not be so... Some of you have the tendency to get carried away with confusion and illusion, instead of seeing that as a reason to take yourself out of something. What do I mean by that? If someone likes you, they'll show you. If someone wants to be in your life, they'll take the action to be in your life. If someone wants to be your boyfriend or your girlfriend, nothing's going to be able to stop them. And if they give you confusion, if they give you illusion, if there's too many options and they're not willing to choose, that within yourself is an answer, and you need to place a boundary. That's what I'm saying. So in your past lesson could have been not trying to work things out, seeing the rejection as protection, and instead of, it's kind of like someone standing at a door and saying, you don't want to go behind that door, you don't want to see it. Well, you've been so fucking curious that you're like, no, I want to see it. What's back there? What's back there? What you hiding? That's been your energy when it comes to love. I got to figure it out. I need to know. No, you do not need to know. You don't know what's behind that door. We're telling you we can't open that door for a reason. Just trust that there's something behind that door you don't want out. That's what I see has been your past in love. And now you're at a place where you're like, no, you're right. Actually, is it something that could hurt us? Because if so, I think we should leave the building altogether. You don't see that as a challenge anymore. You see it as protecting you from something where it's like, oh, I won't ask no questions. Don't gotta tell me twice. Okay. Who's gonna be coming towards you? Or who's interested in you? So there is someone here who's really anxious when it comes to coming towards you. making the final decision to come towards you or stay away is kind of stressing them out. This could be someone that you've left out in the cold. This could be someone who likes to flirt with you or likes to have small communication, but it never got past that. So you have someone interested in you, but it's not completely emotionally fulfilling. I feel like for some of you, this could be a secret admirer. A secret admirer who has small conversations with you, minimal conversations, but they're not as satisfying as maybe they once were. This could be that person who really likes to see you, but maybe now when they see you, it isn't enough. They want to meet up with you after work. They want to come over on the weekend. It's like they're craving more. But you're in a place of, again, hermit mode, maybe resting, staying to yourself. Some of you could not be dating. Some of you could be seeking truth or clarity on movement. Some of you could be looking at vacations for next year. Some of you could be looking at cars. Some of you could be making plans. Okay, what's my goals for the next year? Some of you could be redoing vision boards. There's something here about you focusing on yourself. Love's got nothing to do with it in this reading. Whoever this reading is for, you're not focused on love. You could not, I feel like for a lot of you in this reading, you're not going out on dates. You're not entertaining people. You might talk to people, but it's nothing more than like nice communication, maybe a little flirtatious, but nothing too crazy. But you've got someone who admires you. They're a secret admirer. And they're stressed because they know that they either need to make the choice to come towards you, or that they need to continue doing what they were doing, but there is a possibility of them missing out on you. Again, if this is someone that you talk to every blue moon, maybe they come to your work, you go to theirs. If this is someone where you speak to them, it's not anything too deep, it's not anything too crazy, and it's not something that's satisfying them anymore, which is why they're thinking about taking some sort of action. I'm seeing that you're trying to get clarity on what you're manifesting and where exactly you're going. So you're doing a reevaluation on where you're giving your time and your attention, which could be another reason why you're kind of not really noticing this person. This could be a client that gets nervous around you, but you could be so consumed in dealing with the cash register, dealing with invoices and paperwork, that when they're sitting there, you're going through things and you're like, yeah, I'm listening. Yeah, no, I get it. And you might not be able to pick up on this person's body language or their cues, how they say what they say, the way that their face looks when they say it. You might not be able to pick up on all of that because you are preoccupied. What bills need to be paid? What do I need to get done this week? Okay, it's near the end of the year. What taxes need to be paid? What's my goals for next year? Whether they're life goals, financial goals. And that could be kind of bumming this person because they really like being able to come in and talk to you. However, they're recognizing that you're making movements in your life. And it's an energy of like, I want to be more. I want to be more involved. I don't want to be the person that just comes into your office and goes, hey, here's your water delivery for the week. And you'd be like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll see you next week. And you just keep with your bills and keep going and keep doing. This person's like, no, I want to be the person that rides with you to the bank when you're doing the drop off for the business. I want to be the person that you go with to Costco on the weekend for us to go pick out paper plates for the restaurant. I want to be that person. But instead, I'm admiring you from afar and just taking what I can get because I just want something at this point. But I'm watching life move on. I'm watching you continue to do those things that I want to be a part of, but I've not spoke up, so I'm not a part of them. That's kind of what's happening here. And again, some of you are at a place where you're really letting the past go, but you're also at a place where you're like, but I'm not going to put pressure on my future. This is what they're showing me. I was watching a documentary the other day and it was about Martha Stewart. Anyways, long story short, Martha Stewart was talking about her marriage that fell apart. And the marriage ended up pushing her into her career. Because like they said in the documentary, you know, Martha had the tendency or the ability to control everything, to work her ass off and it be enough to soar her career, raise an amazing daughter. However, it was never enough for her relationship. And now that she looks back, she recognizes, you know, I forfeited my relationship for the career that I have. Was it worth it? And in the documentary, she just kind of did her head, because deep down I know that she knows that it wasn't worth it. However, sometimes in life we make sacrifices not realizing what we're sacrificing as a whole. That's what I'm saying here. I feel like you, in the past, you sacrificed something. You recognize that there was a version of you that a relationship made you become, and you didn't like it. And there could even be a part of you that questions what you could have done different in your past to have made them work. But also there's a recognition of, but if I would have made those relationships work, if me and my mom were on good terms, if me and my dad was on good terms, if I wouldn't have been adopted, if I would have been raised by those people, I would be a different version of myself. And I don't know if I would like that version of me. But there's also a recognition here that maybe, just maybe, you can't force the things that are meant for you. So you're at a place in your life where you're like, you know, I think I'm going to take a break from love, and I think I'm just going to pour into what I can control, just like Martha Stewart did. So you could be pouring into, again, business. Maybe you're going back to school and you're like, you know what, I've been a CNA for so long, I don't want to be a CNA anymore. I'm ready to go after my RN. I'm divorced now, kids are grown, I'm going to become an RN. I always said I'd do it. I didn't think it would be when I got in my 50s, but I'm going to do it. So you're giving that your all. In the process, you're grieving the fact that maybe you fought for unions and relationships and things that you wanted to be stable in your life when they had no sense of potential to be stable. So it's like, you know what? I'm going to see that as a challenge, and I'm going to bring the stability that I needed. I wanted someone to show up for me and be a stable part of my foundation. They didn't. It is what it is. I'm going to build a stable part of my foundation. That could be a career I can depend on. That could be children where I have a good relationship with them. So instead of focusing on love, you're focusing on what you can pour into, and you know that it's going to flourish in the way that you want it to flourish. And what I don't think you're noticing is, because you've taken the pressure off of love, it's got someone admiring you and wanting to be a part of your life because you seem like you're not missing anything. You're not walking around crying around the fact that you're single, that no one loves you, because that's not realistic. You are loved. You might not be loved by the person you want to be loved by, but that doesn't mean you're not loved. Yeah. My receiving hand's itching. Now here's the thing. Love doesn't always look like we want it to look. You could be loved by your dentist office. You could be loved by your doctor's office. You could be loved by the veterinarian's office. You bringing joy into people's life can sometimes be love. It might not be the kind of love where when you snap your fingers or your world comes falling down, they're going to come running by your side. But you will be shocked at who loves you in the times when you need to be loved. That's what I'm saying here. And I think for some time, you've been questioning why. Why is it always me having to be defensive and guarded when it comes to love? Why am I always trying to figure out the confusion or the illusion? Why is it always me getting the shitty end of the stick when it comes to love? You're never going to be able to figure that out because it doesn't make sense. There is no logical answer behind that. Sometimes that's just the way life works out. But what you can do is take your attention from all the whys, why it hasn't worked out, why me, why them, why not us, and you can turn it onto the things that you can pour into, the things that you want to fight for. This could be bettering the relationship with your children. This could be having your home look the way that you want it to, but it's going to take a lot of fucking work, but you're now seeing that as a challenge because you're not pouring into a lover. Fuck it, I got time. But someone you hire, or someone who, again, this could be someone who works for Lowe's that brings stuff to your house and drops it off. They might love recognizing, oh my God, I've got a shipment for the house. I love going there and talking to so-and-so. Let me go drop that off. And you might not know that they really admire you. They admire your strength. They admire your courage. They admire your ability to stay strong and determined and to not let life stop them, even when life doesn't turn out the way that they want it to. Again, if we go back to the Martha Stewart documentary, in that documentary, she said, you know, I poured myself into work and became my work. And then she ended up falling in love again. That's what I'm saying here. Some of you gotten to a place where you've kind of given up on love. I'm giving up on love because love's giving up on me, Danielle. I'm not worried about love. I'm not focused on love. And that's when it's going to come in. It's going to be someone who's around you, who loves talking to you, who they love seeing you come into the door at the bank. They love seeing you come in at Lowe's and order something for that project you just started on in your home. But I think what's going to happen is this person's going to feel the pressure of, okay, but your home project's going to end eventually. One day you're no longer going to need lumber and you're not going to need me to come to the house and drop it off, which means what? I'm never going to see you again. I'm starting to feel the pressure around the fact that I really like seeing you. I'm hearing the song, You Light Up My Life. So someone here could really enjoy talking to you or seeing you. And they could be feeling the pressure or the anxiety that comes along with the fact that not every circumstance in our life is forever. Again, an example would be, unless you're a contractor, you don't go to Lowe's all the time. Unless you're doing a home project, you're not going to Lowe's all the time. Most of us do not go to Lowe's or Home Depot all the time unless we have something that we have to do with our home, unless we're a contractor. So if we use that scenario around the energy of, okay, you're doing a home improvement, you're going to Lowe's once every week, once every 2 weeks, and there's your favorite worker there. You always talk to that one woman, that one man, and you're like, oh my God, it's Old Faithful, what you been doing? Yeah, I need your help again. This person could love seeing you walk through the door. And even when you walk away, it could be kind of a melancholy kind of energy because it's like, womp womp, there went the fun of the day. God, I love talking to them. Damn, today's going to be boring. But that could also be kind of pushing something inside of them to be like, why have I not asked so-and-so out? Why have I not asked him if he's single yet? Or if he's maybe into us going out? Because I love seeing him. I ain't seen a wedding ring. Fuck it, I should just take my shot. Because let's be honest, he told me he's painting the house. He's done bought 4 gallons of paint. I don't know how much more paint he's going to need. So I might not see him in a while. That's what I'm saying here. So while you're feeling kind of in a shutdown mode, it's got someone recognizing. I think this person also likes getting to know you. That could be something else that's happening here. Someone here likes getting to know you. They could see you as someone who, there's an energy here about them recognizing you in eyes like never before. They see you as someone where you carry yourself well. So some of you could dress different than most people. So you could be a man who, you know, maybe you wear nice jeans. Maybe you tuck in your shirt. You always look put together. You don't go out of the house in sweatpants and just a random sweatshirt. You like to look put together. You like to look clean. You like to look presentable. If you're a woman, you could be the kind of woman where you don't have to put on a ton of makeup or go above and beyond, but you just going into the bathroom, washing your face, brushing your teeth, putting on some nice clothes, maybe a nice pair of earrings. You look put together. Some of you, I heard, look like old money. So what do I mean by that? It could be the way you dress or it could be the way you carry yourself. Someone here could feel like you look like old money, like you come from a wealthy family. That could be for some of you. Listen to your intuition. They're going to come in and offer you something stable. They could maybe have a hard time expressing how they feel. So if this is a woman that, again, works at Lowe's, and let's say you're about to come in and you're near the end of your project, because that's the scenario I'm using here. This could be a woman who's going to try to tell you that she's going to miss seeing you, but she might not have the ability to really confidently say it. So a confident way to say that would be like, you know, I've gotten really used to seeing you all the time. I'm going to kind of miss you when you're not coming in. You're still going to come in though, right? You're not going to break up with me like this, are you? That could be a nice little flirty, I don't want you to leave, but I know you have to leave, but I'm going to kind of put this on the table and see where you'll take it kind of energy. She might not do that though. She might say something along the lines of, oh, well, it really sucks you're not going to be coming back. It was great seeing you. we could have done a little bit more. Like, that's kind of what I'm saying here. So for some of you, this could be someone where you might even question, is what they're saying what they mean? Am I reading into this? No, maybe I'm reading into it. That's kind of what I'm saying. So I think there's going to be a part of you that if they don't come on strong enough, or if they don't make their advancement strong enough, you're going to think that you're reading into it. And it's because this person has a hard time expressing what they fully feel and what they fully think. So I am saying that, okay? I am saying that. Very interesting. So, yeah, I'm saying that someone is very interested in you. You definitely have a secret admirer. They see you as someone who's really confident. They see you as someone who could get attention. That doesn't mean that it's the truth. That could be their perspective. Because 9 times out of 10, when we're attracted to someone, we perceive them as someone who's going to get attention. Why? Because we're attracted to them. So if we're giving them attention, surely other people are giving them attention too. That could be what this person feels when it comes to you. This could be a woman who's like, this is an attractive man. Oh God, am I going to get over it? Yeah, somebody here wants to put in effort. So ultimately, I see impulsive action being taken. I see that happening. I see action being taken before this relationship crumbles altogether. So if I go back to the scenario of like you going into Lowe's and your project having a time limit, time frame, I am saying that someone is going to end up shooting their shot. So if you are the Pisces where you're just kind of in your own little world and your own little element, and let's say that you've had a contract where you've hired these people to work on your house, or you've been going in the car dealership for the past few days trying to get a car, or you've been visiting Lowe's because you've been redoing your house and you keep getting the same person to help you, but you're near the end of the project. I'm saying that someone is going to end up impulsively taking action because they know the end is coming. Let's be realistic. You might be moving states. You might not be coming to Lowe's anymore. Realistically, I need to take action before I can't take action. Because if this is just a random person you see in Lowe's, you might not ever see them again. So if you don't take action now, you might not have the ability to take action ever. So I see that someone here is going to impulsively shoot their shot. For a lot of you, though, this is a secret admirer. If you go to this person's job, work, or anything like that, this could be someone who has the tendency to watch you out of the corner of their eye or look at you out the corner of their eye when you're not looking. Yeah, seeing it for sure. All right. Leaving it here. Have a blessed day.